This is the CorelDraw X5 setup procedure for a universal laser system. Step 1, install your CorelDraw X5 software. Once the software has been installed, select the software, opening it up. Once the program has opened up, you're going to get several screens that look like such. The first point is to select New Blank Document and change your page size to match that of your machine. If your machine is 24 inches wide by 12 inches high, you would type 24 inches to the width and 12 for the height. Primary color mode needs to be set to RGB. And you can then select Do Not Show This dialog again, so it won't do this each time. Those are the only settings that you need to do in this mode. At this point, the laser will now recognize the field size. You can get rid of any extra pages here for hints and color palettes unless you want to utilize them. First step we need to do is get rid of the color palette that comes standard on the right side of the screen and install Universal's color palette. This color palette is located on the Universal driver disk that came with the laser system. To install that, place your disk into your CD-ROM drive. Once you have done that, click on the drop-down menu Window, which is right here located at the top, and then select Color Palettes, and then select None. When you do so, it will delete the remaining color palette or color palettes that may be installed onto this version. Then select Window again, Color Palettes again, and then go down to Open Palette. Open Palette basically allows you to open the palette from a specific location. In this case, we are going to select the CD-ROM drive, which is what came with your laser system. And on there's going to be a folder called Color Palette. Double-click and open that one. You may have to click on File Types and click on Legacy Series or All Files for the files to actually show it up. In this case, I want to select mdcolorpalette.cpl and then select Open. If you'll notice to the right side of my page here, we have a color palette that matches the machine. The 8 colors that are referenced to the manual control printer driver are located here. Now, the next step is we want to fix the rulers to match the machine itself. 0 lines up along the top, but our left-hand ruler is not correct here. So double mouse button click on the left ruler, so I'll left click twice, and it will open up the ruler dialog option box. At this point, I need to change the vertical to the height of your laser system. If you have a 12-inch high machine, like we have on a 12-inch high 12 by 24 machine, this will be 12. If your machine is 18, that would be 18 inches high. If it's a 24-inch high machine, then that would be a 24-inch high machine. Those are the 3 different heights or vertical heights that we actually sell on our machine. You can also select the tick divisions here to 10, which will match the rulers on your universal laser systems. You can also change your units to inches to metric here so that the rulers match as well. And that process is repeated for and is the same. The vertical would just be your metric number versus the inches in this situation. Select OK. And as you can see, I have a 0, X, and Y axis, so my upper left-hand corner will reference to the upper left-hand corner on your laser system, and anything you draw in association to this field will be associated on your laser. The next step would be your pen line weight. There's certain line weights that need to be set in CorelDraw in order for the laser to identify it as a cut path. So what we need to do is set the default. So I'm going to select the outline pen, which looks like such. Looks like a little pen cue tip on your left side of your page. Click on that, and then you're going to click on Hairline Outline. When you select that, and then this box pops up here. If you ever see this box pop up, this means you're changing a default. So if you don't want a default to be changed, select Cancel. In this case, I do want to change my defaults to Hairline, and I will select OK. Again, select on the pen talks, select Hairline Outline here, and then your box will pop up. and then just select OK. We've now set it to where whenever you draw a line, it will be set as hairline. Hairline is what the laser needs to cut with the laser. The next setup is our colors are not quite right. We need to fix our color management. So you'll need to go to your Tools drop-down menu, which is located here. And then I'm going to need to go to Color Management, which is the fourth down on this toolbar. And then Default Settings, which is here. So select this. When you go into this screen, there's a lot of stuff in here, but you don't need to worry about any of it. The first thing and only thing you need to do is go to the Presets and come all the way to the bottom to where it says Simulate Color Management Off. This is very important, otherwise your laser will not cut properly. It will recognize as a cut path. The colors will not be right. And when I select this, and then I select OK, if you'll notice the toolbar on the right side will change as I do this. So I'll hit OK, and you'll notice the toolbar has changed to a true RGB field output. Once all this is complete, and any other changes that you would like to make, such as your duplication distance, your nudge offset, each option needs to be actually changed to the effect that you would like. And then you would go to the Tools menu here, again Tools, and then third down is Save Settings as Default. What this does is it changes all your default settings so that the next time you open the program, it will be the same way: page size, color palette, line thickness, and I'll select Save Settings as Default. So that now if I click a box and draw a line, I have a hairline, which is indicated in the lower right hand corner here, and it is whatever color you want it to be. If you right mouse button click on the red, you have a red hairline. If you want to change defaults, and for example, we are now basically set up and ready to go, but if I want to draw a box and make it red, I can come over and right mouse button click on the red, and then again this box pops up showing that I am changing a default. I will then select OK, and then anytime that box pops up and I want it to stay that way, you're going to select Tools again, and then Save Settings as Default again. This basically allows me to now set up a line to automatically be red. So I'm going to produce a line. It's going to give me a cut path. That's the remaining part for the CorelDraw setup procedure. You're now ready to go. The laser will cut when producing a outline or a red line or any thin line, depending on how you set the driver. And everything else, location, rulers, page size, are now set up to run with your laser. Enjoy, and any